Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Dangerous Zygos here with DJ Universe, Calvin Blingwell, and Dandy Market. And Dandy Market, let's look at the boards. Dame Dash literally went on Instagram and started recruiting an entire record label's creative stack. Not just rappers, but makeup artists, engineers, videographers, and stylists all in one sweep.
Yeah, he's staying lit to survive, man. Dame isn't just looking for the next bar spitter. He's recruiting a whole mini industry. Usually a label signee gets a check and has to go source their own director, their own glam, their own digital marketer. Dame's trying to build the entire factory floor before he even buys the raw materials.
But look at the shadow he's running from. Being a rap artist out of Calabasas, you see how legacy matters. Dame's entire career post-Rockefeller has been defined by the loss of control, the Rockaware sale, losing the grip on the reasonable doubt masters, the constant legal battles with Jay-Z. This Instagram push for Dash Records isn't just a classic marketing play. It's a man trying to correct the systemic mistakes of his past by owning the vertical pipeline.
Exactly, Calvin. As a manager and producer who built from scratch in Ohio and Florida, I see the landscape has flipped. In the early 2000s, distribution was the scarce resource. You needed the physical trucks, the shelf space at Tower Records. Now, a kid in his bedroom can upload a WAV file to TuneCore or DistroKid in 5 minutes and reach Spotify. The real bottleneck today is the infrastructure. Who is cutting the vertical video? Who's mixing the low end? And who's running the paid ad spend?
That's the currency development angle right there. The distribution cost has dropped to zero, which means the value has migrated to the services surrounding the asset. But let's get real about this collective model. Is this actual Ujamaa style cooperative economics where everyone gets a piece of the pie? Or is it just another unstructured hustle?
It's about survival, Zygos. If you don't pool resources, you get eaten alive by the major systems. Collective economics lets independent creators share the overhead. Instead of paying $5,000 for a video shoot, you have an in-house videographer who's equity aligned in the parent brand.
That sounds beautiful on paper, Dandy, but as an artist, I've seen how verbal agreements play out in the studio at 3 in the morning. Without a major distribution partner providing hard advances or structured written legal terms, these loose collectives almost always turn into a hot mess of resentment once a record actually starts generating real money. Who owns the master when the makeup artist wants 10% because they were in the room?
Man, that's the Ohio to Florida truth right there. If the paperwork isn't right from day one, you're just building a house on sand. Dame's vision is noble, but the execution needs more than an Instagram caption to keep creative people from throat cutting when the royalties hit.
So let's translate this Dame Dash experiment into a practical checklist for the independent artists listening right now. If you want to build this ecosystem this week without waiting for a savior, you need to audit your immediate circle. Who are the 4 people you're currently renting on a transactional basis? Your engineer, your videographer, your stylist, and your digital marketer.
Yes, stop paying ad hoc retail prices for every single mix down or photo shoot. You have to bring those people into the inner circle. If you're an engineer, you should have an equity stake in the catalog. You are literally sonic branding. We need to move from the service provider mindset to the co-founder mindset.
But to do that safely, you need the legal mechanics. Do not drop a single track on DSPs without registering every single collaborator with ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. You need to form an LLC, set up clear split sheets for the publishing, and draft time for equity agreements. If your videographer is shooting 3 videos for free, write down exactly what percentage of the master or the LLC cash flow they get in return.
And use public recruiting to build your buzz. Dame didn't do this behind closed doors, he did it live on social media. Artists can run open submissions, host open mic challenges on TikTok, or tag local digital marketers on LinkedIn. It makes your growth a spectator sport.
That's the play. It builds the community before the music even drops. You're showing the grind, showing the team building. That's what fans connect with now, the reality of the hustle.
So here's the tension we're leaving you with. If you're an artist or creative entrepreneur, look at your operations today. Are you just running a crew of friends who hang out in the studio consuming resources? Or are you actually building a structured company with clear equity, defined roles, and protected intellectual property? Because at the end of the day, a crew gets you clout, but a company builds generational wealth.
Keep it lit, y'all.
Get that paperwork done first.
Keep dreaming, keep building. See you next time.